What's up, everybody? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And tonight, a special, urgent, and very important video. We're going to be looking at steals and deals on the market, digging out items that are at the all-time low, and talking about price history and some things that you need to know to be a successful flipper. Right now, the market is just tanking. I mean, this is amazing. Obviously, there is a lot of cashing out going on. And the mistake that people are going to make is to panic and to sell. And people will not be buying because whenever prices are falling, the emotional tendency is to be afraid and to sell and not to buy, because confidence goes out the window when prices are at the bottom. But then we'll turn right around, and when the market heats up and we go into the next parabolic cycle, and when little Jimmy and Skippy and Billy see Johnny and Bobby paying 10x the price of what we see these prices at right now, they think, well, my God, I'm gonna miss out. I better jump on and get these things because they're going to the moon now. So when you look at the market in the condition that it is in right now, you realize that this is where the money is made. So I'm going to get rid of my handsome face. There we go. And I'm going to run through the items that I have plucked off of the My NFT Tracker website and just talk about the steals and deals and give you a little bit of history on a lot of these items, starting with the Supergirl, which is now at 39 gems. I've got 4, and I promised myself I would pick up a 5th. It is on the hit list. 39 gems. Mickey Mouse sitting at 58 gems. This one is in the strike zone. I don't have Mickey yet. I'm watching closely. We're inching back towards the retail price. Whoever would have thought that this would dip down to 58? I sure didn't think so. There's Donald Duck at the all-time low. Boom. Okay, 77.59 is a steal of a deal for Donald Duck. Daisy Duck, all-time low. Can you believe this? 42.50. I've already got a Daisy Duck, but I'm tempted to get a second one and dollar cost average. Wow. By the way, before I go any further, this is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence and make sure you're not spending money that you cannot afford to lose. So to the little smart alecky people who tend to make little comments about how much I've spent, if this entire thing went to zero, I'm not hurt financially, okay? And I've got nearly 1,500 items. It could all go away and I'll be fine, because I'm investing with money that is set aside for gambling. All right, moving right along. Look at the Invisible Woman, which is one of my favorite sets. I love the artwork, and a lot of people don't like it. Look at the uncommon, $6.33, with the common at $6.50. This whole set is way down. And here we have the rare at an all-time low. I finally picked up 2 more rares. I have a total of 3 now, and I'm probably going to snag this one at $13.50. Now, one thing that I might tell you, which is a big tip that I was telling you on the last video, when you see the spread between the prices, let me just draw this on the screen here. Let's say you've got 633 is right here, and then let's just say the next prices are at, say, 650, and then 7, and then 8, like that. This means that the price action is probably still going to dip lower. Now, if you're looking at this and you see a gap, and then you have $8, and then you have $8.50, and then you have $9, this is an outlier. And this $6.33 listing right here is a desperate seller, and the true base is at 8. Whenever I see a gap like that, I jump on and I buy the item. That's just a tip from me, something that I use. All right, moving right along. You might want to check out the secret rare also. I've got one and I'm probably going to get another. It's at 218, There was one listed at 200 and there was a 30 gem gap and I didn't get it. Now I'm kicking myself. All right, let's just keep the list moving here. Holiday Groot, uncommon, 880. Oh, man, all-time low. Also, Labbit Ornament, 125 for the ultra rare. This thing was at what, 600, 700, 800 gems not too long ago? Look at Deadpool. Candy Cane Combat, all-time low. $19.99, less than half price. Now remember back during Christmas time when this was the upcoming drop and everybody wanted this shiny new thing, and we had all the stories going on. If you stick him in the globe, the sweater disappears, and they're going to take the hat off, and then it's going to be made for summertime, and, well, by golly, the price is going to be 1,000 gems once they do this little crazy trick. Did any of that come to pass? No. How many people bought this thing at 10x of this price? They're out there. Go look at the price history. All right, Lioness United, I talked about this in the last video, but we have the common and the uncommon at less than $15. Wow. Ultra Rare Hawk Girl, I got one on the drop. All-time low, 46, below retail. Now we have Batgirl, 13 gems, all-time low, uncommon, $50 retail price, less than 50%. This is 25% of the retail price. Okay, almost, maybe a little bit more than that. Christ, for you blasphemers out there, less than 50% off at the all-time low of 27 gems. There's going to be a few other of our serial killers that are going to be included in this report. Storm, common. You guys don't like her hair. Well, she's down to $11.95, and that's less than the cheapest one I have picked up. I think my lowest one was 12 gems. I'm going to add to that stack. I've got about 8 of this one. And let me tell you what, let me just tell you something. It was the stacks, and I'll tell you which ones as we come up on them. It was the stacks that allowed me to end up with as many items as what I have. I made it to the 1,000 level buying with leveraged gems, buying with gems from items that I sold after the first parabolic run. Keep that in mind. When the next parabolic run happens and you have no stacks, you can't leverage yourself. OG Devil Bunny Gold, all-time low, 55 gems for the rare. I like this one. I don't do too much of the artsy things, but this is one that I'm looking at, but waiting for it to come down closer to the retail price. It might not ever get there. Avengers logo, all-time low at $229.99. How about that? And the Wally at $174. I promised myself to take a serious look at this if it dropped below 200. There it is, staring me right in the face. Look at the Sorcerer's hat, my dumb little hat, at $609.99. Can you believe that this was 3x of that price, sitting at 1,800 gems during the last peak? I could buy another one of these. I just might get another one so I can keep one and sell one at the next peak. Homer and Bart, below 300 gems, now in my strike zone. I had 2 of these. I sold them both. I sold one right after the drop for around 180 gems as I thought it was going to tank. I sold the second one for 800 gems. Bought a lot of other stuff with it. So I'm ahead, but I might get this thing back again. Cersei, if you're into the Eternals and you know this character, wow. Less than half the price at $5.99, and that's not even the all-time low. The stamps, Day of the Dead, the common, sitting at $38.75, and look at the uncommon at $27.75. This whole set is low. The rare is at $38. I've already got one rare. Well, I've got one each, the common, the uncommon, and the rare, and I might add to those singles to make a stack, a little mini stack. Zombie Captain America, 13 gems. And that's not the all-time low. Let it go down a little further. I'll start piling it up. I have 2. Now, the To Die For poster from the NTTD set. Nobody likes this one. It's a rare at 19 gems. 20, 40, 60, 80, less than 25% at all-time low. Remember when this was the shiny new thing and everybody was clamoring to get all the posters? Well, where are you now? Or are you going to wait and buy this for 150 gems after it shoots up in price? Look at the Labracorn. I know you guys remember when everybody was going bananas, FOMOing in, buying this one at 400 and 500 gems. And here we are at an all-time low price of 78 gems. I've got two that I picked up on the drop. Hooverville Labbit, all-time low, $27.99, less than retail. I might get another one. I have one. Red Rum Murder, all-time low, 25 gems, $10 off of the retail. I don't have this one. I think I'll add. And then there's the secret rare, all-time low, 76 gems. This was the consolation prize for the people that got glitched out of that first Labbit drop, or was it the second one? There's another NTTD poster, $17.90. Wow. Look at this price here. 87 gems sitting at $17.90. Now, all you poster people, what are you doing with this? Are you going to wait for this one to shoot back above 100? Or are you going to take a chance and buy it now? Let me know. Here's your glider, 1-to-1, animated, ultra rare at $155. Below retail by nearly $50. Insanity. There's the Throg, uncommon, at the all-time low, sitting at 14 gems. Retail price of $50. I had bought one on the drop, unloaded it at $51 when I figured that it was peaked out. Time to buy it back again. Yucky Charmer, I've got one. $30 less than retail. Right there. I got this one on the drop. I remember when Yucky was sitting at 350 gems. Here's 2-Ton Sam, which I love because I was a Fruit Loop fan as a kid. 17 gems, all-time low, off of 40. And there's your Sugar Bear from the Sugar Smacks. Was that it? Sugar Smacks cereal? From the Cereal Killers at an all-time low at less than half the retail price. There's the USS Enterprise that I had gotten off of the drop at $130 and sold out at $800. And here we are at $155.55, sailing back to the retail price. If it drops any more, I will get this one back and ride that Enterprise at warp speed back to the next parabolic peak. Look at the 1-to-1,000 Borg cube, all-time low, 13 gems, less than half the price of 40 gems on the retail. And our Captain America set that caused all the controversy because it didn't get the FA or the FE or whatever it is. I don't care about any of that stuff. 34 gems below retail. And now the animated ultra rare, $249. We have finally dipped below retail. Just last week it was at $350. We went nearly to $399 on the fake manipulation whale pump on the sweep the floor deal. There's a couple items I'm going to talk to you about regarding the fake sweeps that go on. I spoke to you about on the flipping video with the advice about looking at the items that often get swept up by the whales when they're manipulating the market. And the Captain America is one of them. Sam Wilson is at $10, $3 off of retail. I have a stack. I will add. And the uncommon Spider-Man hanging out at $148. I picked up one at $131 using the trick that I described to you before. When there is a gap in the pricing, when you see a desperate seller, make sure you look for desperate sellers. There's the rare at $297. It's on the hit list, and the common is at $207. Let that sucker come down below $200, and I will buy it back. I had like 6 of these. I had 4 commons, or 3 commons, an uncommon, and the rare. Sold them all, and now it's time to get them back and ride the train again. Look at the Back to the Future poster. All-time low, 79 gems, just above retail. Remember when everybody was clamoring about this one and when it soared to 400 gems? Well, pay attention, folks. Remember, just a few weeks ago when the Protector, what was the FOMO news that hit about this? I don't even remember what it was. Something about interoperability and utility with a game. And now we're back down to 45 gems just above retail. If it hits retail, I'm going to pick one up. I had the rare and I sold it for a pretty penny, and I'm looking to get it back. There's the Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead, for you spooky people, sitting at 94 gems. I don't know if I want this evil spirit attracting thing in my phone, but I might buy it back if it gets into the 80s. All right, now the Ectos. The interactive ultra rare sitting at 139. Holy cow. Headed back to retail and all-time low, half off on the common, all-time low, less than half off on the rare. Here's your chance, folks, and look at the ghost trap. Do you think I ever would think that we would see a price below 300 gems on the ghost trap that was stuck at 600 gems not too long ago? All-time low at 240 gems, hasn't seen this price. Now, let me mention something here. We see these all-time lows, but this is the all-time low since the data has been collected on this website. There's some of these that I know that are not at the all-time low because I remember the pricing from before the time that they were collecting data on this website. All right? No Tech hoverboard at $14.99. Get it to 12 and I will build the stack. There is the Marty at 45 coming on down. Get it to maybe 35. I'll start to stack that up again, and it's possible. Pitbull at 87. I've got this whole complete set, and we know that this one hit, what, $6.99 during the peak? Ridiculous. Visible Abbott at $69.90. I have two of them. I did buy one at $65. If it can come back down below that, I'll get another one. Harley Quinn Deluxe 2 Bombshell Season 2, $34.99. Do you remember just a few months ago when this was sitting at a solid 130 and would not go any lower? And there's Death at 157. It was sitting solid at 600. I didn't think we'd see the day that it would dip below 600. Rewind Collective logo at 210. Now that is a deal. I like this item. I'm waiting. If we hit 199, I'm going to pull the trigger. Look at the original Givenchy Beauty at $16.50. All-time low. How about that? For you big money spenders, I don't think I'll pick this one up. Fat Tony there. Look at your Fat Tony. For you cereal people, Frosted Flakes was my number one cereal. I got a couple Fat Tonys there. I might add another one. He's $29.99. And Honey Butt the OB sitting at the all-time low of $44.99. I might add it. This one was at what? 180 solid? For how many months? It just sat there. And now we're down to $44.99. Insanity. Captain Cornstarch. I liked Captain Crunch cereal, especially with the berries, the crunch berries, sitting at $21.99, less than half the price. Catwoman, below retail, $44.50. Remember in the days when this one sat on the app for months before it sold out? And then everybody went bananas and drove this price up above what, $250? Same thing with Batgirl. Now we're below retail. This one sat on the app, $39.99. I had bought 4 of them. Once they doubled and tripled, I sold them off. And then I started buying them again. I've got 2 of each. I will be adding. Supergirl is at $205. I bought in at $191. I could pick up another one if we destroy the 191 base. I don't know if that's possible or not, but we'll see. Mara at $39.50. This one was sitting at a rock solid 120 forever. I have one. I might add another. Number 71 Batman at $32.99. Way less than the retail price. And look at this, guys, okay? This is Series 5. But it's way back in the last year, 2021 time period. So I think this one will do quite well and have a nice little rebound. I sold mine, I think, for 150 gems. So I'm going to buy one back and ride the train again. Number 76, Robinette's at 38 gems. I have a stack already. I've got 8. I'm good with that, but it's below retail. This is one that they said would never go anywhere, and it got pumped up to 150? Now, looking at the Dragon Girls, we've got some deals. The uncommon is $1 below retail, and the common at $10 off, sitting at 40 gems. I might buy this one back. I sold my common to somebody who is in my group, as a matter of fact, and I think it was at 121 gems. So it's time to get it back again. Ogopogo is making its way back to retail. All-time low of $14.88. And look at my secret rare, Rise of Ultraman, John Tyler Christopher poster. Wow, the consolation prize for the people that got messed over during the Ultraman drop. I got 4 common Ultramans and got hung up for 3 more. And so this is why I was gifted one of these secret rares sitting at $215. And I remember when people were selling these on eBay for $2,800. I considered selling mine for $1,000 once the frenzy was over, but I held on to it. I shouldn't have done that. I should have let it go. All right, moving right along. Look at this poster here, the Alex Ross at 21 gems. I love this poster. I like the nostalgia of it. I have one. I might have to stack it because it's coming down to almost half price. The DeLoreans. How insane is this? The ultra rare at 205. I might have to bring my complete sets of the DeLoreans back up to 5. I have 4 complete sets with a huge stack of the commons with 26 of them. And wow, we know that the ultra rare was sitting at 1,899 gems at the peak. And remember just how many months ago when they turned drivability on for these and everybody went bananas and FOMO'd in and drove the price up to what, 100 and something? Well, I guess the shine has dulled out. It's not sparkling anymore. It's not the new shiny thing, and everyone has forgotten about it. Now it's down to 21.85. I guess I'll buy 4 more and bring that stack back up to 30 and wait for the next time that everybody goes bananas. Tropicana, the rare, at 1998. That's a good buy. Sleep on this one if you dare. But I promise you, this one is going to melt faces in the future. Darwin Cook from the early days here. Series 4 from Season 1, I think. 31 gems. And look at Harley Quinn, Babs Tarr. Wow, 170. I've got 2 of these and they're 3-digit. And we've seen this one go well over, what, 1,000 gems? Speaking of, over 1,000. What was the price of the Harley Quinn Steve Puge. What was it? It was at $6,000, rock solid for a long time. We're cutting that price in half right here for this ultra rare. There's not many of them. Go look at the chart. Ghostbusters 1 logo. I have a stack. I've got 8. I had 15. I sold a lot of them for several $100 each in the $300 to $500 range. And then I watched it shoot to $1,200 and I didn't sell off the stack. I made a mistake. Sitting at $159.99, I think I'm going to add a couple more and wait for the next parabolic peak. And then I'll know. Once we hit the previous peak, I'm out. They're going to be gone. And then I'll wait for the crash and grab one back again just for the collection. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. We know that this one had reached 500. I don't even remember how many I sold on eBay for $350. Okay, back in the day when I cashed out on eBay for $12,000 within a matter of what, 2 to 3 days? And then I had another little selling spree and cashed out for another $1,000 worth of these things. Wow. Okay, Fumo is almost at retail, the uncommon at an all-time low, $17. Mark my words. Those of you who want to sleep on the unicornos, go to sleep. Good night. Count your sheep because I'm going to stack this up. I think I have 4. It's time to double the stack. Ritmo, trust me, 445. I'm thinking about getting this one, the ultra rare. There were days when I thought this would never come back to get me. But you know what I always say. If you wait long enough, they'll always come back to get you. Well, I can't say always. 95% of the time. Some of the items don't come back, but the majority of the time, they'll come back. And we know Ritmo is going to go bananas the next parabolic peak. Same thing with Lady Rainicorn. If you will remember, and most of you will not, you could not buy this in the U.S. in most countries because it was only available to the China market. And I had to trade items to get mine. I ended up selling it for like $1,000, but here we are sitting at 230 gems. That's a classic Season 1. Brian Bolland Penguin at 220. We know that it peaked over 1,000 gems. I've got one. I had considered selling it at 600 and getting it on the dip, but I lost my nerve. Princess Bubblegum. Sleep on that one. 2375, just like BMO. The Adventure Time Series 2. People don't know. These are going to be popular items. 2050. I had like 18 BMOs. I think that was the night me, Adam, and Jay, shout out to JT and Adam, We were sitting there buying these until they sold out. It was kind of funny. We were just piling them up and praying to God that they would go up in the future, and they did. There's Bruce Timm, Harley Quinn, all-time low of 175, and that's not the all-time low. I bought 2 of them at 31 gems and sold out at like 150. Then I bought one back at 200, sold it at 3 something, and now it's coming back down. So 175 is not the all-time low. That's just according to this website and the history of the data. Mayor of Townville, I'm getting this one back. Another China-only exclusive, sitting at $199. I remember selling these suckers on eBay for $850 cash. Blossom at 61. I'm down to 5. I'm gonna tell you what, I had like 18 blossoms. Selling these suckers at over 200 gems. That's how I got to 1,000, because I bought these up at $12.99 on the app when people weren't thinking about it. Mojo Jojo, China, market, exclusive, down to $106.99. I've got 3 of them, and they're 3 digits each. I'm sitting on those for the long haul. They're going nowhere. Buttercup. I had 15 buttercups. Selling these suckers for what? $200 to $400 each? And this is one that got pumped in the most recent whale pump. Took it over 200 gems, only to watch it fall back to 85. Note to self, Skippy and Johnny and Charlie, who got stuck at the all-time highs, this is one that gets played with by the whales. All right, there's your little tip of the night. Dick Sprang Joker, all-time low according to the site, at $121.99. I've got one. I think I bought it off the app at the retail price. Marceline at $228. I sold one back in the day for $450 before it sailed up to 800 gems. Finn Mertens, the most popular figure in Adventure Time, sitting at 31. I've got a mini stack. And there's Ice King down to 55 gems. If I'm remembering correctly, I think it surged to 300 or 400 gems in the peak, and I've only got 2 left. I sold a lot of those for some nice prices, along with Jake the freaking dog sitting at 40. And you know, when the silly little Doge pump hit and people wanted to make Jake the dog ride the wave of the Doge meme, they drove the price to what, 300 gems? I think I've got 8 Jakes left, 8 doggies. I had like 18 of that one too, and it bought me a lot of other items. Then we have the Joe Mad Batman at $259. Guys, wow. I had 2 of these. I had 4 of them, as a matter of fact. And I think I sold a couple at 400 gems. And that was the time when the one particular whale kind of dogged me on Twitter, saying that it was the dumbest thing I could ever done. And then I watched it sail all the way back down to the floor price of 131 gems and bought them back again. This is one that gets manipulated in the whale pumps. Becky Cloonan at 435. I'm tempted to buy another one. I had 4. I'm down to 2. I sold 2 of them at 800, only to watch them surge to 1,800. But I can't complain because I took profits and it bought many other things. Okay, well, that is about all I've got for this edition. I hope you learned something. I hope you did. I hope you're paying attention and that you're evaluating your strategy and you are watching your emotional buying and selling tendencies. Are you selling during the lows and are you buying during the parabolic peaks? Ask yourself that question. Is it guaranteed that we have another parabolic peak? No. Is it probable? Yeah. I can't recommend for anybody to take a chance and pile up now during these ridiculous prices right here. They could go lower. Maybe they won't. But this is insanity. But I want you to remember this video. Pull it back up when we hit the next parabolic peak. You pull it up. You watch it. And you look at these prices. And you learn. And you remember when you FOMO on your Ice King at 500 gems, 600 gems when it goes bananas. And then you pull up this video. Learn your lesson. Remember the past. And then after we come crashing down off of that peak, you're going to know what to do next time. You heard it here from the Crypto Pro. All right? That's all I got. I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Pro channel. Appreciate all of you fine people being here. And shout out to my man Carl for the super chat. Super thanks of $10. Boom. I appreciate you so much for supporting the channel. And if anybody else feels so motivated to help me cover the cost of producing these videos, please hit me up. I'll accept it. I'll thank you in advance. That's all I got for now. This is Carlton, and I am out.